Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Opinion Machine, the show where we talk about all things gaming. My name is Killjoy, and today we're going to be taking a look and giving some thoughts on Steve being added to Smash Brothers. Now, this is a very interesting character for many different reasons, but I want to give you some quick thoughts. I'm going to dive deeper into it. I think Steve is one of the hardest characters to use in this game. People can disagree with that if they think, but I think he has no range. Well, this is like his normal attack. Like, his attacks have zero range. His attacks use resources. And he's just a very strange character to use in general. So, let's go over a few things. So, firstly, obviously, he moves like he's from Minecraft. He looks like he's from Minecraft. You can craft, you can dig materials, you can do a lot of stuff. We'll get into that as we go. But, I find Steve really kind of hard to use personally. I have played a few games online and stuff like that. Though he doesn't have any left and right tilts because that just brings out the sword so you can move and attack. Which, to be fair, definitely has like some combo potential. So you can do, he's got that, which is pretty cool. Do that off the edge. He has, he has good throws as well. His forward throw, brilliant angle, sends him off. So like, Steve's best things are that like, you can get combos out of things. I quite like his running attack, even though he's a little bit slow. His running speed's a bit weird. It's like he looks like he runs quite quickly, but he doesn't move that fast. And then obviously his walking speed as well. But what I found personally is a lot of running attacks, a lot of grabs, and then a lot of this here minecart. That seems to be the thing I used a lot. But yeah. So his neutral attack, being his jab and stuff, is pretty good because, you can combo out of it. You can go like, oops, or just be awful like me. Like that, into down smash and things like that. Like I haven't practiced enough to know what his crazy combos are, but like, the same with his up tilt as well. Like, you can combo up tilt into up smash, I think, at lower percentages. Yeah, like that. Follow it up afterwards. Oops. Oh yeah, we'll get onto that. But yeah, like he has combo potential, though it is a bit complicated because you've got to know about like, you've got to know about his how to place the bricks correctly. You can use the bricks in ways to like mess people up in their recovery and things, but generally speaking, his neutral attack is okay. Like, it's got zero range. His smash attack, his forward smash attack, also have no range. Like, this is a character you could easily outrange. What makes him alright is that he can put a brick down and hide behind it, and that will, stop him from getting hit by projectiles and things like that, which is good. But his range on his up tilt as well as forward air. His forward air and his back air probably have better range. His back air is pretty good, I guess. And obviously his forward on spikes, if you can get it to spike. But he has, that is his biggest struggle, is having range, and you do have to get up very close to people to do anything. I actually really like his down smash and his up smash. I'm not the biggest fan of his forward smash so much. I think for a forward smash, like, it has more range than this. And it does take a step forward when it does it, but not in my opinion. Like, it does hit hard, but it's not necessarily his best attack. I try not to use that too much. So yeah, if you're playing Steve, you're going to be doing a lot of this, and a lot of this probably, to try and get a few combo hits in. And you'll notice as well his jumping height is atrocious. It requires him to double jump just about everywhere. On the plus side, you can short hop quite nicely with him, which is good, which is what you want really. And he can spike with that attack. So, being Steve, the one other attack that I do like is his down tilt. The only downside to his down tilt is you can't do it and then move away, because this thing has an entire animation. But the reason why I like it is, one, it is good for edge guarding, and it's a multi-hit move. Oh yeah, I should probably show off the other throws. So up throw, you can probably follow that up and combo into it, and then down throw is that. So like Steve's moveset is actually kind of like, there's some fun things here. I want to know how this fishing rod, if it can grab stuff off the. So it doesn't really like, there's only so much range to this. So the hook. I should just grab him with the hook, but you can't like fish him. Yeah, it's weird animation. But his basic attacks and his grabs, they all kind of work, but it's just very weird. Like, you've got to get used to the fact that you're going to be, when you're fighting, like, if I was playing as Ken, I would be zoning him out with a lot of Hadoukens and things and just trying to keep him at bay. But then Ken also has bigger range with his smash attacks and things like that. Like, I don't know, but I imagine playing Ken against Steve isn't too bad. But that brings us on to Steve's special moves. So obviously you see me pushing blocks. This is obviously me digging. I'm just going to dig here for a bit. Get some items. I am actually a fan of the fact that when you break a weapon, you use your fist. Obviously in this case he's digging. But so you can see in the bottom left there that I've got items. I've got different types of items for things. I'm just going to go craft that. So now I've got the best. So that's the thing. That's what makes this character complicated, in my opinion, is because you have to dig for resources, which means you're spending a lot of time doing this or trying to spend a lot of time doing this without getting hit. So what you want to do, if you can, is get someone off the stage, get them off, and then just start digging away at stuff. Keep them away, dig some more. Because you need to get these resources built up. One, to use the minecart, to use down air, because that requires iron. You can see every time I do that, it uses one. This is a really powerful move that you can jump off of. I think you can jump off of it anyway. Do it higher up. Yeah. So that attack, you need iron and things. So this is what makes Steve's complicated, is because you as the character constantly require to get resources. If your weapon breaks, you can obviously repair it at the crafting table, which is fine. But the downside to that is that if you can't, I mean, you can spawn a crafting table. If you can't get good resources, some of your moves don't work. If you don't have iron, your down air won't work. If you don't have iron, you can't make track for the minecart. As you can see, it uses wood. Does it use dirt for that? I'm not sure. I think it uses dirt. Yeah, so it uses different resources to put down the track. If you've got redstone, it'll see if I can get some redstone. If you do, yeah, you can get the more powerful version of it. And the minecart is a good move. You can recover really good. Like, you can kind of like recover with it. You can use it to cover a ledge like that. You can trap people in it, send them off. So I actually like the minecart move. Is kind of Steve's projectile. I quite like it. I think it's good in like almost every circumstance, trying to recover things like that. I've got the placing block mechanic, which is probably the mechanic I've used the least, which is probably an issue because it's probably the best thing he has to help him get around and stuff. And I think that's where the complexity of this character comes into, is like figuring out how to like figure out where to put those bricks down, how to use them efficiently, like doing this and then up attacking somebody, things like that. I think you can, if you time it right, yeah, it'll cancel out your up smash, so you can hit people with the up smash and cancel out of it. You can jump straight afterwards and do things. So there's a lot of complexities with the digging mechanic as well. I've got no resources. Let's get some resources back. Give me all that stuff. And then there's also the down B, which is a really cool move, but sometimes I just don't know how to use it properly. This is how you use down down tilt. Just keep doing that. Oh, I'm missing. Oh, this is recovery as well. That's just. So Steve's recovery is interesting, because it lets you glide. The amount of times I've done this though, and just dived off the stage, is kind of silly. I'm still kind of getting used to it. It is a powerful, it's a powerful recovery in some aspects. but you can turn around at the last minute. But I don't think you can actually do damage by firing into the ground. You can, like, yeah, it's a crazy recovery, and it took me a while to get used to it. So it's definitely worth practicing. But yeah, you can glide like crazy angles like that. You just got to be careful not to kill yourself in the process. And I feel like I'm missing something. I think that might be it in terms of like what Steve can do with his moves. He has an interesting moveset. He is a character who's very, very interesting. I think from playing him, my issue is that like I play King K. Rool primarily as a main. As K. Rool, this is not a character that I fear at all. Like, I don't have to hit Steve that much to kill him. Steve's got to make a lot of effort to get rid of me because I'm a heavy. Like, I feel like it's going to come down to comboing, and like I feel like if he starts a long combo on you, you'll get completely wrecked. You can see, like, you can do the old... I'm really bad at it, but you can essentially put bricks down and stop people from getting back on, which is kind of what you want to do. Let's see if I can actually pull this off. Oh, let's back throw this. Oh my god, why am I so bad at this? Over there. Yeah. Basically, you can use, like, I think Shoryuken actually goes through these as well. But you can use the bricks to, like, block recoveries, which is pretty powerful. You can also use the bricks to do things like this. Oh, I destroyed the brick. Good job, me. There you go. So you can use the brick to, like, cause people to spike down. Steve's got a lot of technical things about him. He is a character who's going to be very, like, high skill ceiling, like, worth learning. But for me personally, I find him a bit too complex for his own good. Like, the fact that he has, like, no range on these tilts is just awful. And, like, even though you can move doing this, it's just really slow. And the same with this. Like, if I see somebody coming at me with this, like the neutral attack, I'm not worried. I think mostly I'm more worried about people using the minecart primarily. Even the TNT, like, I can see that being an absolute pain. And obviously the placing the bricks and stuff, because, you know, that is going to be useful. Like, if you can learn those aspects, but a lot of the time, like, playing as Steve, like, somebody dealing with this is not going to be too difficult. If someone's just stood here trying to juggle you and up smash you and stuff, like, you're going to be able to figure that out pretty quickly. So, my final thoughts on Steve are that he's probably one of the hardest characters to use in the game. I think he's up there with someone like Shulk, who I think high level is hard to use. Same with, so I guess Pokemon Trainer is pretty tough to use as well. Any character that has mechanics that, even Ken's hard to use in my opinion. Like, I like using Ken, but any character that has, like, certain, like, extra mechanics usually makes them more difficult to learn. In Steve's case, you have to think about having the resources to use the moves you want to use. So if you're not got any iron, you're not going to be able to use the minecart. But at the same time, if you're playing against Steve, if you get on top of him and you're kind of unbearable to deal with, then Steve's never going to be able to get anything off because he's not going to have a chance to mine. What Steve needs to do is get somebody off the screen, start mining, hope for whatever he gets, go to the crafting table, and ooh, diamond. There we go. Go to the crafting table and then try to get gold diamond weapons, and then hope for the best, really. The thing I struggle with the most is to do the neutral. There you go. Yeah, it's the neutral B correctly to be able to put blocks down. It's actually the move I use the least. It's probably not a good thing. That's another thing you can do. You can knock him off the edge, do that, down smash. That works too. Or do that in down tilt. he's an interesting character. I still think his stage is great. His normal version of the stage is great. I actually think Steve himself looks ugly. His animations are horrible. Obviously, that's in keeping with the character. But like, I don't know. I don't think he fits the game in terms of look. But as a play style, it's definitely very interesting. And I think it's going to make for some interesting fights. It'll be interesting to see what people come up with. And just how they kind of deal with this character and also playing as this character. We are going to see some crazy combos and kills for a while while people try to figure them out. But personally, like, this is not a character I'm going to put a lot of time into because I just don't... I hate the fact he's got such a short range. He's got some good moves, but all in all, he's just not for me, I don't think. Like, he's a very easy character to kill. Once he's off screen, yeah, he's got this recovery, but it's pretty predictable. It's going to come down to people using the minecart, I think, and this block move. I think those are the two things that are going to really make this character shine. And understanding that, you know, when you start a match, probably one of the best things you can do is get on top of Steve and stop him from mining. And just keep that pressure on. Because he's not going to be able to do much from then, basically. So, anyway, I know this hasn't been... it's been a bit of a weird video. Because I still get confused with some of the things this character can do. Still learning him myself. But that's like my initial thoughts on him. I'm not a hater. Like, I do think like it's cool that he's here. But he's definitely a character that isn't... He's not the easiest character to use. If you're... Like, a kid sees this and they're like, hey, I want to play a Steve from Minecraft. Like, they're going to understand that you need to mine, but this is... yeah, this is a hard character to use. So don't expect going into this character to be easy. But there you go, guys. Hopefully this has been some thoughts on it anyway, at least, of my opinion and whatnot. So thank you very much for watching. As always, if you like this video, hit like. If you want to see more content like this, then hit subscribe. Links for Facebook and Twitter will be down below as always. And until next video, I will see you then.